Okay, hello guys, this is Camelot and you're watching Camelot Cooks. So today I'm gonna be making a quick breakfast snack or brunch snack, but it's actually really filling, so you could really use it as a meal too, but I like to think of it as a snack. We're gonna need a sweet potato, avocado, chives, but I don't have any chives, so I have some green onions here, some salt, pepper, QP mayo, honey, sriracha sauce, some olive oil. I like to use the spray because I feel like I use less than I would if I were to use the actual oil, and I'm trying to watch like my fat intake and stuff. Bacon, I would have really preferred uncured turkey bacon, but we used the rest of it yesterday, so this is what we have left, and some eggs. And then for appliances, you will need a toaster oven, a pan, another pan to put the bacon in, and an oven. And I promise y'all, I know that sounds like a lot, but this is so quick and it's so easy, and you can do really whatever you want to do with it, depending on like your preferences. Like if you don't want to use avocado, you can just use the sriracha sauce, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's very adaptable. So what I like to call it is a loaded sweet potato, but breakfast edition. So before I got on camera, I washed my hands and I also cleaned my sweet potato, guys. Please make sure you do that, especially with stuff like potato that comes out of the ground. You'll know it's clean when your potato has probably changed like 2 or 3 shades lighter. So just make sure you do that. I usually like to just soak them in some apple cider vinegar, dilute it with some water. I let them soak for like 5, 10, 15 minutes. Whatever, it's just, I usually just let it sit there until I've kind of prepped everything else, and then I come back for it. And I give it a rinse afterwards, just to, you know, get the apple cider vinegar taste off, and then we're ready to go. So first we are going to chop our green onions. This does not have to be perfect at all. As you guys will see, I don't really measure and I don't go for perfection. I just try to do it as equally as I can. Like I try to make sure each slice is equal, but I don't go for perfection. It's all about the taste, really. And we can work on the presentation afterwards, so we can work with what we got. I had some, I guess, the rings on my onions were a little larger than usual. So even though I'm doing them thin, they still look pretty big. But that's okay. And I know some people don't, but I really do go all the way down to the root. I think this is just my theory, but I think people don't use the bottom because I feel like it gets more and more oniony as we get down to like the root. But that's just my theory, but I don't really know. But I just know I like to use the whole vegetable, or as much of the vegetable as I can eat. I'm gonna put that to the side. And then we're just gonna put some of this in the bowl, or most of it in this bowl over here, because we're just gonna save a little bit for garnishing on the top. I would recommend saving the greenest parts for the top because it breaks up the color that we're gonna get from like the egg and the potato. So I would save some of the greenest parts. Next, we're gonna dive into our avocado. I think avocados get a bad rep with how hard they are, but they're really not that hard. Because you physically, well, I'm sure some people can, but you physically cannot cut through. Guys, unfortunately, my camera had died. So what I told you guys about the avocado, or what I was trying to get at, is that we can't, and I already cut it, so I can't show you guys, but we can't, like, usually most of us cannot physically cut through the avocado. So they're really easy. Like, I just stick the knife in, and once I feel the seed, I literally just go around and around in a circle, and then you twist it off, and I squeeze it in there. And it was literally so easy. I wish I could show you guys, but I don't want to waste another avocado to do that. But yeah. So now we're gonna get into our sweet potato here. These are gonna be like a landing. So you wanna cut them long way. Like, think of it like the piece of the toast when you have like avocado toast or something like that. So we're gonna cut it the long way, and you want them to be like half to an inch thick. And we're just gonna go ahead and get that started. I don't know why this is super hard today. Maybe I need a stronger knife. Sorry guys. I guess I'm a little weak today. Again, with the same thing that I was saying with the green onions, we're not here for perfection. Y'all, I'm really like struggling right now. We're not here for perfection. We're just here to kind of make it even. I feel like, what's her name? Kendall Jenner, when she was cutting that cucumber. Like, what? I swear I be in the kitchen, y'all. This is not how it usually goes. Like, I don't know what's, maybe the potato is super thick and I'm just, oh, what I also did, the sound that you guys are hearing when the video cut off, was preheat the oven to 400. We're gonna be putting the bacon in there. Again, like I was telling y'all with the olive oil, I try not to use that much oil, so I just put them in the oven instead of in the pan, and they make their own juice anyway. So I'm trying to stay cute for y'all, but this is really aggravating me, because why? I'm gonna do the rest off camera, guys. Okay, y'all. I finally finished cutting up the potato, and now we can actually get into the cooking. So we have this little Ninja toaster, but it turns into like a toaster oven, which I thought was so cool. So we're gonna get this, gonna get our olive oil, and we're just gonna spray it a little. We're gonna place our sweet potato in here like this. It may not all fit. I don't think it's all gonna fit. We still have one big piece left. So I'll put this one first. And then I spray the top. Our toaster oven also goes to 400, so that's where I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna turn it on, lock it in, and this is gonna be, we're gonna put it in for 10 minutes first, and then we're gonna take it out, just check on it, and we're gonna drizzle some honey on it. That's what we're using our honey for, and the salt and pepper, and we're gonna put those flakes on there, and then we're gonna put it back in for, depending on how charred you like it, I like to do for another 5 or 6 minutes. And then we're gonna put this to the side, and we're gonna make our little avocado spread. So we have the avocado and the green onions in here. Again, y'all, I do not be measuring. So we're just gonna put some sriracha, about that much. And then we're gonna get some Kewpie mayo. About and we're just going to smash it and mix it in good. I found that with the eggs, with the bacon, with the sweet potato, you really don't need any seasoning in here. But I mean, again, I said this is very adaptable, so you can really just do your own thing and put whatever you want in here. Also, if you don't like it like super spicy, you don't have to put as much sriracha as I did. I don't think it's spicy, but my mom has a low spice tolerance, and she's like, oh, my mouth is burning. So it all depends on just what you like and what your preferences are. So we have this, and that beeping from earlier was our, you see this color? I like mine a little more red, so I'm gonna add more sriracha. That's how I know, that's also, since I've made it before, how I know what I can tolerate too. Like what I like is based on the color. So a little bit more. And this should be good. Yeah, I think this is good. It's just like a little darker. And yeah, so as I was saying before, our oven just got to 400, which is where we need it. So we're going to get our pan here, and we're going to load it up with some bacon. And this is what I mean by easy, guys. Everything, like once we do this part, all we'll have to do is make the eggs, which are super easy. And everything else is just sits and we wait on it. So that's what I mean by easy. I'm just gonna lay this in here. You can use whatever kind of bacon you want. Like I said, I really like turkey bacon with this recipe, but we don't have any. This is just some maple pork bacon. I've never used maple bacon with this. Considering I put honey in it, I just hope it's not too sweet. But we'll see how it goes. Usually I just do 1 slice per slice of sweet potato, and that works for me. And we have, I think 6 pieces, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll probably use 8 pieces of bacon because I know my mom is just gonna want some bacon. She's just gonna eat the bacon by itself. So I'll put like the extra couple in here so she can have 1 or 2. And then we're just gonna pop these bad boys in the oven. I don't usually time this, but for the sake of the video, I will. I kind of just eyeball everything. So, but I'll put it for 15 minutes. That should be about right. And then the next thing we're gonna do is the eggs. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our eggs here. I am just going to crack a few. Let's see, maybe like 3 or 4. I'll go with 4 just to make it even. And I do sprinkle a little salt and a little pepper in my eggs as well. And that little beep was just our first timer for our sweet potatoes. So we're gonna check on that as well. Here's what they look like now. I think sweet potatoes are just so cute. Just for like measure, this is what the sweet potato looked like before, and this is how yellow it is now. I just think it's so cute, but I don't know. So we literally are just gonna sprinkle or drizzle just like a few swipes per sweet potato, per slice. And it's gonna spread out on its own because the sweet potatoes are hot. And then we're just gonna sprinkle some salt on them and some pepper. As y'all can see, I'm more heavy-handed with the pepper just because I feel like it really breaks up the sweetness and the saltiness of everything else. And so then we're gonna put this back in here for like 7 minutes. Okay, y'all, so my camera is overheating, so I have to do this part quick. Unfortunately, I don't know where I left off, but these are our eggs. We put a little salt and pepper in them, so we're gonna get them going. Forgot to do this, but turn on our eye, spread some of the avocado oil in there. I will come back when everything is done to put it all together and show you guys how we do the presentation for it, just so I can save my battery and save my camera from exploding. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay guys, we're back and we have all of our ingredients ready to be conjoined. Oh, but this is what the sweet potatoes look like. Isn't that so cute? So we're gonna take one of these slices, get our avocado spread, put it on there, and then take some egg, put it on there, then slice bacon. Y'all, I actually don't really know how to make this look cute, but this is what we got. And we're also gonna get a third party to try it, just so y'all know I'm not lying. I'm gonna have my mom come up and try some. Just a second. Just enough spread, just enough egg. Okay, I'm gonna go get my mom. Mom! Mom!
Yes?
Do you want to come be in the video and try what I just made?
Sure.
Okay, come on. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure you're in the front because you're taller than me. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit.
Do
Okay.
I just
pick
dig
one.
in? All right. Sorry guys, this is not gonna be cute.
It's good. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta try. Oh my gosh. She gonna talk about something. Do I walk away now? Mom, this is, I'm not famous. We ain't gotta do all that extra stuff. I'm gonna give it a try now.
Delicious.
Yeah, that's good. And the bacon has like a nice crunch on it. Okay. Well. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I love you if you made it all the way through. This is my first video, so I would really love some feedback in the comments, whether it's editing or lighting or whatever. Also, let me know if you guys try it and if you change anything, like if you taste it or if you try to cook it and you like, honey? Nah, let me not do that. Let me try something else. Let me know in the comments. Thank you. This is Camelot, and you're watching Camelot Cooks.